Yeah, Barton was one. I think I did. So am I good to go when the timer says?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, because yeah. Hello and welcome to episode 349 of 10 o'clock. Now with timers so that Loz can actually know when things start without exclamation marks. So it's good. So anyway, it's episode 349 of 10 o'clock. Here we are to talk about Warframe as we normally do. I am MDRLOz. This here is Xeno.
Hi.
And we are going to... Oh, I can get to see the footage as well, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, man, so I can even comment on that. Look at this. You got your Oberon. That's so cool. Fake Lotus. Not very good. Not very good on that. Not very impressive. Wow, look at that. Look at you go. What are you using there? Tiburon?
No, Tenora.
Tenora. He loves his Tenora, right? We can actually talk about Warframe. I'm going to cover that up because I'm going to get distracted by it. That's very good. So, anyway, we'll start each episode as we do every episode and talk about emblems. So, I'm going to have to minimize that to look at about emblems. We'll get there in the end, guys.
You can click on it. You can actually see the two emblems on the screen.
I can't wait. Yes, I can. You're right. There we go. So I think you've got. Is that a
Shogi
Tenno?
Yes.
Shogi Tennos? Yeah. Cool. I've had this one in my bag for a while, but obviously I don't know which one you'll win because technically mine is the meaning of life.
I love yours. I just like the aesthetic, the design, the simplicity, the colors, the gradients, like the whole thing. It just appeals to me. And like,
it's a nice one.
Fucking 42, man.
42. Well, I don't want to put that down. The Shogi Tenno one is actually quite a nice one as well.
Yeah.
It's actually really well done. You've got all the detail in there, and it doesn't seem to have lost anything in coming down to that scale. And I love the sort of like the 5-point star behind it, and then you got the thing at the bottom with the sort of crest almost. Very always like that. But that 42 one, I saw it and I was like, have I used this? I must have used this. I've been looking at it every week, and I went through the list 3 times, hadn't used it. So I was like, damn it, I got to use it. It's cool. Okay, there we go. But however, if you at home would like to vote, no, do they vote?
No, they don't. That's gone now.
If you at home would like to vote, you have to basically cry.
Profusely.
There is no platinum. There is no platinum. There is no competition.
I was just like, wait, where is it going with this?
It's all gone. Well, I was going into auto mode thinking I was doing good, but I was not. So just to repeat, there is no partner program at the moment, which means there is no free platinum to give out at the moment. It's very sad. Maybe at the end of the summer, we might see different. Hopefully we can reapply. Hopefully we get, who knows. But, because one thing there was, actually, I got a segue now. I've made a segue. So one thing on that list of, the creator program now, will be podcasts.
Yeah.
And obviously we replied, and this finally came. If you want to look at this. Oh, yeah.
Oh, damn,
Look at that beast. Damn. Oh, yeah. No hats. Shame there was no hats, but I have got myself a lovely mug of the Cephalon Squared podcast. Check them out. By the way, you can just Google it or find them on more platforms than we are on. I can tell you that. So hopefully us and them will be the only podcasts. I think we are the only podcast. Hopefully maybe some new ones will start when the creator program starts. But I'm going to have a sweet drink out of this sweet mug. There we go. So do check them out as well if you want more Warframe podcast in your week. But for now, we will move on to Dojo Dusting for us.
Didn't that say no sugar?
No, you'll see. This says actually no sugar, no caffeine.
So how is it sweet?
For sweetness. Back to the brim of sweetness. I don't do caffeine, and I'm on my keto diet. I've lost 10 kilos in a month and a half, so yeah, sticking to it.
So you may be interested to know, like, why was Loz just getting all excited and everything at the start of this episode? I don't know why it's taking me so long to realize this. Maybe I am just slow in the membrane, but...
Is this Dojo Dusting, or are you not started yet?
No, this is Dojo Dusting.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So, for everyone else's benefit, I thought to myself... So, Loz and I try to run synchronous timers.
Yes. I start a clock when he tells me to.
Yeah, and it only just thought it only occurred to me because I've been using the timer on OBS for the longest time ever, and I thought, wait a second, can my shitty internet handle streaming just the OBS window to Loz? And
it's working pretty well.
It's fucking working.
Yeah.
It's absolutely, so now Loz can just read the time off of the screen.
The actual recording.
Yeah, and just write it down in the notes, and it's fucking amazing. Like a big brain move right here. I mean, you fucking think this? Yeah,
we're always looking for ways to improve 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
we constantly do every time.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a goal in mind. We've got a pipe dream. We've got a pipe dream in mind.
What?
Right.
To one day have a studio.
Yeah, to one day have a studio.
I'd love to do it properly.
Pipe dreams.
I'd love to be able to do that because you can just tell podcasts that do it in the same room.
Yeah.
It's so much more involved, so much more connection between the people doing it and having. Well, it's different to have guests on, I guess, but it's just kind of cool. I think maybe one day we can move up to that. That'd be amazing. But yeah, because we're not actually that far apart, so
no,
we're literally the town over. So we'd do it.
The other Dojo Dusting I want to do is quick super shout out of Scarlet Kingdom for sending me this lovely hat which says, I'm trying to get it on camera, don't talk
to me until I've bitched about Java.
Yep.
Is that Java? Well done. It's a show and tell, isn't it? I've got my mug, you've got your hat. All good.
Yeah. So, and I got my.
I would have a Warframe hat instead of this Anthem hat, but then Warframe doesn't sell hats.
Yep. Disappoint. So yeah,
I wear this one in protest. I've got 4 more over there.
He does.
Got 4 more.
Right. Cool. Right. So that's it for Dojo Dusting. We're now going to move on to the graphs. Oh, good. I do have a 5th graph button. I saw you gave me a 5th graph to deal with. I'm like,
I did?
Yeah.
I thought I produced exactly the amount of graphs you told me to. Fair enough.
Because I'd already produced the last question, didn't I?
Had you?
Yeah.
Good job, me. Right, anyway, let's get on with the graphs.
Though, I will give a lovely shout out to Loz, who was covering my ineptitude at writing the questions, 10 minutes before I had a meeting.
You're like, okay, there's some graphs. Make some more. I gotta go to a meeting now. I'm like, all right, fine. I'll make some graphs. This is pretty good. Right, let's go through them.
All right, so first graph of the week, we have... Right, which are the worst 3 bosses? Now, one thing I'm going to point out is that in this graph, the percentages...
We can't spell.
There's that. You had the ability to edit it.
That's why I said we can't spell. I didn't say on you. I said we can't spell.
The
Ropodopolis is spelled completely correct.
Yes. So
sorry, moving on. Yes.
You'll notice that the percentages do not go up to 100%. This is because each boss is separate and it's based on the occurrence of the boss. So each person votes. They will vote on 3 different bosses. So technically, I think this goes up to 300% or something crazy like that. I'm not 100% sure. However,
it's still a relative comparison of which bosses are getting the most votes. Yeah, that's important.
Yes, that's the important thing. So 39 people responded. Do we just want to focus on the top 3, or do we want to quickly blitz through this?
I think we'll look at the top 3 and the bottom 3.
Okay, so the top 3 are Profit Taker at 36%.
Yep.
I need to zoom in on this. My eyesight's going. There we go.
No, it's fine. And then
Profit Taker at 36%. Sargent at 38%. Yeah, 38%. And Vayhek at 41%. I'm not surprised by Vayhek. Genuinely not surprised by Vayhek. The topic for the week is to do with the hard mode, and Loz and I, we luckily got on the public test cluster.
We were doing it last week, weren't we?
Yeah. We randomly got onto it. We did not apply. It was just oh, D, you're loving us for some reason.
I think it's just carryover.
Clearly. And we tried Vayhek, and we couldn't do Vayhek.
Well, it was 1 a.m. We were very tired. We hadn't bothered building any builds towards it. It was late. We were already late by that point because we were doing other places. And then we just went in with whatever weapons we had with us, and we didn't do any damage.
We don't know how to play the game.
We do not have play this game. I really need to go on a crash course for how to play this game again.
We are learning though. We're getting big brain.
But that's what I really love about Steel Path is that it does feel like a fresh new game to me. It just feels like I'm gonna have to step my game. I can't just be lazy and just go, this build is good enough. So you have to go, right, let's do a better build.
The least 3 bosses.
No, hang on. So that's for heck. I just want to go through the other 2. So Sergeant. And I saw this in the comments below from people. It wasn't that people like hated Sergeant; it's that they wanted to see more from him. In fact, I think it was in the comments. Let me find it. I'll probably come through the comments when someone does it. But it was someone saying that basically he's not a boss; he's a capture target that's pretending to be a boss.
Yeah,
I thought it was brilliant. So, and then the other one there is Profit Taker, which I can understand because that one is different to Vayhek. It's really interesting. The top 3 there for 3 different reasons. One, because it's not good enough. Vayhek, because it's just designed poorly and invincible phases of stupidity. And then Profit Taker, which could be a great fight. Profit Taker with just some small changes. It's just so frustrating. Yeah. So many things about Profit Taker. It's like this should be in like the top 3 boss fights, but then it is knocked down because of simple pains about it. Yeah. It just the whole release of it, the whole thing you have to do beforehand, doing the boss, and then the timers on it, the knockbacks, the mobs, the frustration on the damage type. There's just so many things which could just be tweaked slightly to make it much more forgiving. But yeah, and that's so
I'm actually just going to point out the least voted, who is not actually on this graph. The way the graphs works are by pulling the results, just collating the results and things. So the least voted, which had 0 votes, was actually the Zoloid Emissary, right? We were wrong. We
thought it wasn't in the game.
Fucking wrong, man.
I thought it wasn't in the game anymore.
Yeah, and like, so people on Discord, so if you're not in the Discord, please feel free to join it, but people just like, no, you can actually get to it. I'm like, you fucking shitting me. I actually went into game and it's just like, holy fucking shit, there is actually a node. How did I not know this? There's actually a fucking node for it.
Is it on a node? Is it?
No, it's in the Derelict. It has its own dedicated fucking node.
Right.
I
love the game never pointed that out to me.
Well, it probably did, but we just sucked.
No, I would have noticed that. Because I don't think I finished it. I think I was one bit off getting the weapon.
Right.
I thought I'd have to buy the bits. I honestly was going to buy the bits. So I was waiting for the next Prime Access. So that's kind of cool. But the bottom 3 on the list is Hyena Pack, Jackal with the Jackal, not Jackal.
Fix that.
I was doing the other questions, man. Okay, right. So Tilragor is kind of a cool fight. That is, though people have to. I'm surprised at that one because people have to grind it lots to get all the drops off him. But people don't seem to mind that. It's kind of a cool fight. I think could have used an underwater phase, but fair enough. Yeah. Jackal has obviously been redone, but even before being the first boss was kind of cool. Hyena Pack, I think, is the lowest, mainly because it's just not obnoxious. What frame does it even drop?
Loki?
Loki? Probably Loki. Yeah. I just think it's just non-offensive, falls over, but it's not quite as bad as Sergeant. That's why people just ignore it. Anyway, let's move on to the next card.
The one last point. I'm actually pleasantly surprised. Jordis Golem at 26%. It's the fourth worst boss with my fingers. You know, so
when we get to the comments, people gave some suggestions for you on that.
Yes, people have messaged me, and I will need to investigate. Someone told me like the
moving on that.
Yep, moving on. Sorry, my bad. All right. So the second card: what boss type would you like to see DE focus on? New/revamped mid boss, AK Stalker Wolf, which had 31%. I don't know why I'm reading it top down. New revamped planet bosses, aka Vor or Hyena, 51%. I'm surprised you didn't put like Jackal, or are you using them as examples?
Yes, I just picked anything.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Hard versions of existing bosses, aka Steel Path new boss versions, 10%. And new/revamped open world bosses, aka Eidolon's Orb Mother's Plague Star. And that got 8%.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I am honestly surprised for the lack of hard modes.
Yeah, I think some people did say they would like to pick all 4, but obviously I was restricting people to picking on 1 because I wanted to see that you could focus on 1. And it's interesting to see what they picked because the Mid bosses is coming second. People do like that, obviously, but then the actual winner was the revamped planet bosses, because I think they strike a
New
good comparison
revamped.
between. Yeah, that's why I made sure to put new / revamp for those. For pretty much all of them apart from the harder bosses, because they didn't want to say, do you want new bosses or revamps, because I think that was too big. It's like new / revamped. The planet bosses, I feel, are the big characters of the story as you progress. You know, as you get to a new planet, it's the new boss, you're working towards it. It adds the character to the zone. You get a frame from it. It's the complete package, and it's interesting to see that people would like to see those reworked. And then we've got the bottom ones, which are kind of asking for new stuff, and the hard mode bosses.
Don't get me wrong. You did a fantastic job. My concern here is, are people voting on it for the revamp, or are people voting on it for the new?
Yeah, that's true. But it was just like, the question is, what type of bosses would you like to see defocus on? And that's why I think it was a type of boss. But I just don't want to get people asking for, like, if I put the planet bosses, they could say, but all the planets already have a boss.
Yeah.
That's why I want new / revamps, you see. So I didn't want to confuse people.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Next card.
Card.
Though, last point on that one, sorry, it's interesting to see that nobody wants outdoor bosses, it seems.
Yeah.
That's why we don't get the last orb mother.
Yeah.
I love this one. This one is brilliant.
Okay, so will we ever see the Nefanu boss fight? 18% said yes, soon, TM. Disappointed by your lack of carrot. To indicate uppercase. Sorry, supercase, rather. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. And then 82%, no, it's lost to the void. I
made sure to put meme answers in both slots, you see, so there was no meme option.
I would have preferred it if you put it's been given unto the void.
No, but that means the void would have it and it wouldn't be lost. It's lost. We're never going to have it.
No, it's given unto the void.
I know, but it's lost to the void.
I know, but that's anyway.
We can sign these polls.
Yeah, in all honesty, though, I don't think I want the Nefanu fight.
I think somebody said that in the comments. It's a meme by this point.
I think I personally would prefer it if he was like the Claw from Inspector Gadget. He was a villain behind the scenes. Like, yes, you engaged with him verbally and things, but like, one of the biggest headaches I find with Warframe is, wait, Sargus Ruck isn't dead after so many years of nothing?
None of them are dead. Name a Warframe character that's dead.
Well, no, to be fair, Vayhek was supposed to die at the end of Law of Retribution hard mode, right? But, now that that's gone, But it's confusing, because how does the canon work?
No one dies. No one dies.
So why do they have death animations?
Because they're defeated.
So, yeah, but do you get my point? You get my point.
Yeah, no, they did try with the Vayhek fight first couple of times, because they made it you actually see him escape, which is great. But it's effort. They're basically, I bet, considered it's effort to put that in. Just having the boss collapse on the floor, job done.
Yeah.
But the boss isn't actually dead for the lore. It's just the easiest way, the game development wise. This is the disconnect between the actual story and the game. That you want to have it, you're killing the bosses. Yeah. It's there, but I think it's fine. But the Nef one, because we had Durfanyo, didn't we, as a joke? How did we get Nef used to be Nef used to be the
He was the sergeant.
He was the sergeant, wasn't he, right? See, this is the thing I don't like, right? This is why I have a problem with this. They add in characters to become bosses. That's why we actually got Alad V, because they said, okay, we've made the Grenier version, which is Captain Vor. They needed a Corpus version. That's why we get bosses, to be boss fights.
Yeah.
And then they've just gone so far with it. It's like, if they don't make Nef a boss, there's more Corpus characters which are not bosses. The amount that are in the game, which are not bosses, versus the ones that are in the game that are bosses, is just crazy. It's too imbalanced. We need more bosses in the game with named characters. They're more, that way they can actually act in a mission, because Frod Beck is a lovely, interesting character, so limited because he can never act on anything within a mission.
Yeah. So again, I don't know if he's dead, because the ambulance fight, the ship explodes. It's like,
he did say about escape pod or separate.
No, separate the bridge section, right? Yeah. But you don't see the ship separate in any capacity. So did he? It's like
it could be an internal compartment that then travels into the void when separated.
It's confusing, right? I'm not gonna lie, it's confusing.
Next,
all right. Number 4. Right. Okay. So, what is the most important thing about good boss fights? Pick 3. Right. So this is again the multiple choice. So 100 is not a thing. Right. So, are we just going to pick the top 5?
Top 3 and bottom 3.
Top 3 and bottom 3. So, top 3 is being the one in control of the fight. Fight progression. No, I assume that's waiting for invulnerabilities.
Yeah, it seems to have the picture there has got it butchered a bit.
What do you mean butchered a bit?
Well, it's got being the one in control of 51%. The next one says invulnerability phrases close bracket 51%.
Oh, so that's actually just one result. Ah, damn it, my comma separating value thing is broken it. Damn it! Curse your laws with your commas. Curse you.
My commas?
Curse you.
Did I stick a comma in there, though?
I curse you. Yeah, so like, the way it works is it separates it by comma, right? So that's how. What's the name of the thing? I can't remember.
So is that okay? So being in one control of vulnerability phases is actually one thing.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Okay. So then that's one of them. The next one will be what? Interesting boss interactions.
E.g., chucking thermia canisters to heat up the exploiter. Yes, that's another one.
And then the third one is law reasons to fight boss. At 41%.
Yeah. So then
I think that's interesting there. That it's that people want to. It's clear here, right? People want to be the one controlling and interacting their fights with the boss. They don't want. I have to sit and stare at it while it's invulnerable, and wait for it to do a thing. They want to be the ones doing the thing that makes it. It's like invulnerable phase is fine, but make it that you're the one. It's in your action to affect the boss to remove that invulnerability phase, not a timer, not just sitting and staring at the bloody thing. And then I love law reasons. I'm really happy law reasons is number 3.
What is the difference between being in control of the fight progression, no waiting invulnerability phases, and interesting boss interactions? What is an interesting boss interaction where the boss still has invulnerability timers?
Interesting boss interactions could be other things within the chamber, or
do we have an example where?
Oh, I've got one for you. The Razorback.
Okay, cool.
So it's not invulnerable. Pretty sure it's not invulnerable, but you can hack the mowers and things. But I don't think you have to hack the mowers.
No, the Razorback is invulnerable. You have to hack the.
Oh god, you have to hack the mowers.
Yeah,
right. But that's what I mean. Is that let's say it wasn't invulnerable, but you could that kind of additional thing. What else have you got there?
I don't think there is one.
Interesting boss interaction. What? That's not. What about? You see things like
has interesting interactions, right? But also has invulnerability timed phases. I don't think that.
Jackal. You've got phases where you have to respond. So it's not just that you interacting with the boss; it's the boss interacting with you. So you have to alternate your way around the room. Maybe you also have to consider: do you want to destroy the pillars? I mean, if you hold, do you want to be next to the pillar so it blows it up? It's down to you controlling it. So it's not just you interacting with the boss; boss interacting with you and the room. There we go.
So that's as long as we got an understanding. Right, lowest 3. Right, invulnerability phases. No one wants invulnerability phases. What a surprise! Absolute. Oh, shock horror. Additional enemies in the fight, e.g. all the ads. Love your...
No one wants that.
Yeah, no one wants that. And then is it difficulty/challenge? That is interesting. People don't want difficulty/challenge.
See, it's beaten by Loot's beaten it. The scale and scope of the boss, which I thought that one would be completely ignored. That one's got more. What else have we got there?
Multiple phases,
mid-fight, multiple phases, and cinematics. Like people want a fight to be like cinematic and amazing and scalable, and to people to know they want to know why they're there. They want to know that they're going to get a good reward afterwards, and they want that fight to be an interaction between themselves, the boss, going back and forth, and in control of it. That can include vulnerability phases, but it's down to the players. They don't want to see vulnerability phases. They don't want. Well, challenges like people are. I don't think I think this is right. I don't think people are there for the challenge in a boss fight, really. Challenge is for doing 5 hours in solo survival or something, right? A boss fight's there to be this cool, enjoying cinematic. Yeah, I'm an awesome Tenno experience. Yeah.
Like that, honestly,
that's so cool.
Like, this obviously does really line up with what new and revamped but like this really does show a good correlation between the two.
Which you're completely right there, because people want the lore reason of the planets, because you've got a reason kind of building up to that boss, the planet, what's going on there. You know you're going to get good loot because you're going to get a Warframe out of it, and people like getting that. And then the what's the last one? I had 3. Oh yeah, it's not a difficult boss, is it?
Yeah.
The Star Chart bosses are kind of like an experience. You know, you're doing a thing. Oh, it's this character. I'm fighting this character. Whereas like Profit Taker, that's a in theory tough boss fight or whatever. No, people don't care about that. Yeah. It's interesting. Wow, cool. Let's move on to the last poll.
Right, last one. Right, so this is the 5th one, and this was at the end of the episode. This is why Loz gave me other cards. Right. So should DE change Prime Warframe releases? So this was my comment last week about should there be 6 Warframes a year rather than just 4. People just churn through that stuff. Anyway, the big thing was just leave it as is. Right? I'm kind of surprised.
People, I think people are happy with the Prime. No, I think people are happy with the Prime Access model we've got.
Yeah,
and the amount of primes we're getting, it works for people. You know, you've already got the options. You can buy your Prime accessories.
Yeah,
it's a good amount per year. I think it's fine. Yeah,
right. So that's it. That's it for the cards. Right.
Sweet.
Right. Moving on to Patreon questions.
My God, I think those cards were good, but they took a bit too long.
Yes.
I think. Right. Let's move on. I'm now so aware of the time better now as well. This is so cool. Right, okay. I'm blitz through these. Not too blitz, but okay. Okay, Joshua Minute. Probably got that wrong. I'm not looking up because we're going to speed. Does the Steel Path make the Sergeant viable, though he still needs a rework? But for the moment, is he worth doing in hard mode?
I don't know. We couldn't get that far.
But I honestly can't believe he is. It just doesn't do anything. It's just a capture target. I think it was a great comment. So I can't believe it makes him viable at all. Excuse me. It seems that Teshin is getting more dialogue and has a little to do with the Steel Path, which is forging Tenno, like myself, to have the maximum potential for wiping out all Grenier and Corpus with ultra mega uber builds. However, with that being the case, what do you think we will get after clearing the whole dang star chart in the hardest of hard modes that ever hardened? Also, how hard will it be to not say hard after reading this question?
It'll be
very easy. It'll be very easy. Very, very easy. Maybe challenging. You might have a bit of a dilemma to consider the difficulty or the density of these missions.
Why would they be dense?
Lots of mobs.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Bullet sponges as well, so it takes a lot of bullets to get through.
I would certainly be interested to see where DE will take the results of Steel Path. I would be interested to. My suspicion is that they would kind of sit on it for a while, but yeah, I mean, it's certainly interesting, and I certainly have zero interest in cheesing it. Loz has shown me some very interesting things before we recorded today in terms of how certain mechanics work, and it's just like,
we didn't understand this game.
Really? That's how Baruch works? Really?
I don't understand now, and I'm just sad. Right, let's move on. Nick Evans. A set of 5 Sailor Senshi. Did I get that right? Senshi?
I don't know what spell it.
Senshi.
Okay, Senshi, yeah.
Senshi wands drop into the Warframe universe, allowing 5 characters, NPC or Warframe, in the universe to team up to become Sailor Scouts. No, they want the rings so they can become Captain Planet. Okay. Warriors of love and justice with cute, frilly outfits. This happens because an ancient darkness has awakened and possessed one of the other characters, turning them into the avatar of evil. And the Scouts must battle. Which characters find these wands? What are their Sailor Scout powers? Which character becomes their leader? And which characters does the ancient evil choose to possess?
I have a very easy way of resolving this question. What's a Sailor Scout?
Sailor Moon.
I'm fucking joking.
Okay, checking. Man wants to run an anime podcast next, but no.
So who's the one that? Well, Lotus would be the one that gets the corruptedness. Teshin, Tilragor, Corrupted Vor. Actually, no. I think Corrupted Vor, Captain Vor, should be like Sailor Moon, and then becomes like Ultimate Sailor Moon as Corrupted Vor. Sargus Vrak and Ambulus.
Yeah. Okay, I would probably go with Ambulus, Raptor, Jackal. Do I have one more solo?
Razorback?
Oh no, Exploiter.
Okay.
Okay. And Popcorn. And Popcorn be the leader.
Yeah.
And the evil would be Konzu.
I would.
Konzu would be the ultimate evil.
Not the business.
No.
Or for all the fishing.
No,
okay,
because he can't eat the robots, you see.
Oh, okay, right.
That's why he has to choose the robots. The robots have to fight him.
I would also have Lephantis as the pet cat.
Okay.
Yeah, right, moving on.
As for powers, we haven't got time for powers. We'll be here forever with that. Xeno and Loz, this is also Nick Evans, are transported as you are with no preparation time into the Warframe universe and must join a faction, syndicate, or independent NPC group in order to survive in this war-torn system. Who do you join and what jobs will you do for them? I join Tilragor because he's the only person who knows what's doing, right? Better work through science. The cloning we shall do.
I would probably join Teshin, get a really cushy job making his website for him. Get some of that conclave hype going on. Maybe make some like esport of it.
You'll love one of the memes. Memes.
Okay,
Moving on. Scarlet Kingdom. What content in the game do you want to see get improved the most? Not necessarily the content that needs it, but what you personally want to see be improved.
I mean, to me, this is like, is this a no-brainer? It's like, Loz, what content do I really want to see improved?
Oh god, I was actually going to say something else, but is it going to be Arcwing?
It's going to be fucking Arcwing.
Yeah, Arcwing. I agree with you, Arcwing. Yeah, because do you know that's the sensible answer is that Arcwing because it definitely needs it. Oh, especially this is one thing we did do on the test cluster.
Yeah.
The Steel Path Arcwing on Earth. It was just dire. The guns do no damage, and we literally just butchered. It was a mobile defense, and all we did was we stayed invisible, and I just pushed the mobs away while spamming down pads, while pushing more mobs away, and Xeno just kept us all invisible, and we just about made it. Ridiculous. Those guns are not working for Steel Path. It's like it just needs a complete rescaling. I think they rescaled them for Railjack, and then forgot Arcwing missions were a thing. You can tell this because they didn't put any of the Arcwing enemies in Railjack. I have complained about this.
I think the worst part of Arcwing is, I don't know about you, but I think Rivens have become the must-have for Railjack.
Not
Railjack,
Arcwing. When the next Primax come around, I'm dumping a lot of money into Rivens for Arcwing weapons because do the melee even have Rivens? I know those aren't gun ones.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think they do. It's just so stupid. It needs more game modes. It's just oh god. Right. There's that. But actually, I do agree with the Arcwing one. I would actually also say Conclave, and I want to explain why.
Yeah.
I think Conclave needs a rethink, right? The PvP doesn't work. Nobody does it, right? It needs to be rethought into PvE. Now, you could either do this. Destiny has the Gambit mode, which is where two teams fight against PvE and also affect each other. That could be done. If not, it should just be a form. They could do it against bots and things. We've said about this in the past. I think they need a rethink of what Conclave is, because that is an easy way to do ever fresh content, and they're not doing it. They could still keep the PvP element, because we had it in the past with like the Opticore game, the Christmas one with the snowballs, and there was
I love the Quicksilver one and the
Quicksilver thing. No, these were really fun, and I remember doing a lot. I'm not sure if maybe the numbers on DE's end actually proved they weren't very effective, but I think they were really cool. And if it just comes down to little challenges like that, I think, and just even if it's like once a week or it rotates each weekend and it gives a different reward each time, it needs to be something like that. Conclave is a great opportunity. Sadly, it just doesn't work as a PvP game mode. It needs to be thought again. And well, what should Conclave be like? Conclave 3.0.
I'm fine with that under one simple condition. None of the PvE content should force you to do PvP.
No, it should do skins and things and cosmetics. People love those.
No, not just that, but like I'm fine for you to say like, oh, you can make this new gun. It has PvPium. That was a stupid name. It has unobtainium as a resource, but you can get it 10 times faster from doing Conclave than mining Saturn, right? As long as there's the option to do it the PvE way, I don't care, right?
Right, anything like that's going to be affecting, I agree, and obviously.
Yeah,
but
like,
people still want the PvP skins.
Destiny.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
But no, what are you talking about? There's nothing. You don't need to do the PvP.
In order to do some of the quests to get your super duper fucking weapons, you have to do things like Gambit and stuff, and it's just like, you know, because you know how the weapons have like sub quests.
Yeah, no, it's some of the exotics you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair enough.
And it's
but that's minimal. But yeah. Yeah, nothing like that. But then some people still want the Conclave skins and signed banners. Yeah. Imagine if they put a whole lot more in there, people would have an enthusiasm to do it, but they don't. They just left it. Anyway, moving on. Zrugal says, "Do you think Granum will play a role in the new war?" I'm hoping he will, because at the end of the quest there's a little teaser. Is it out on consoles yet?
Yeah.
Cool. That must my goodness was. And last one. Oh, Zrugal says, "Question. Oh, do you think Granum will play a role in the new war?"
I don't know. I don't think DE knows either. Sorry, that's being really critical.
I think he does, because he mentions the Tau problem. He mentions it in the
I know he does, but like it still feels to me like, where the fuck is the new war?
Question for Loz from Zrugal. Did you complete your goal of buying all the things in the Nightwave market? I have most of the things. There's always obviously the odd one which doesn't appear per rotation, but I have the majority of them, so I can click hide owned and it just shrinks it down. But I still need to do more. In fact, I'm a week behind on Nightwave, but I love the fact that I could catch up in my own time, because sadly I was playing Pharmacy Mobius for about the last of June, and that's now closed permanently, so I am a sad. So yeah, that's why I haven't been playing Warframe, but I can catch up now, hopefully with Steel Path when it comes out soon. Right, that's it for those questions. Let's move on quickly to the comments. I should write this time down. Let's get this time in there. Cool, 36. Right, I'm going to 36, 52. Right, now let's move on to the comments quickly. Okay, I tried to get this under half an hour, but clearly this one, we did a lot on the graphs.
Yeah.
Cards. Oh, do you know the Captain Paxo? Captain Paxo. Do you know of Captain Paxo?
No. What?
Captain Paxo.
I said no.
I didn't hear you.
Okay.
You didn't. Yeah.
I said no.
Because I've realised how awesome they are. They have their own channel and they do Warframe things. And I've never realised this. And I actually looked in my things. They have I've got comments in my list that I think episode 100 episode did I put them on? 106 was the first time they commented. We really should have them on at some point soon. So you sound like an awesome person. Anyway. Captain Paxo, I want to give my answer to one of the cards here because the option I wanted wasn't there. A boss fight has to make sense. You have to be able to understand its threat and its weakness, or else you don't stand a chance to beat it. Bosses are ultimately designed to be beaten, and that can't happen if mechanics are translated poorly to player, hence why I have so much disdain for Let Krill. And the reason why actually I've chopped it up and mixed it up is because he has a guide on Let Krill on his channel. This video has 100,000 views on how to beat Let Krill.
Right.
He's done it for loads of other bosses. Some of them have like 10k views, I think 20k views. Nothing comes close to that. So obviously, looking at that as a chest, what do people look up for boss fights? Let Krill. Because I think it doesn't telegraph what's going on to you. So people needed something to explain it to them.
I'd be interested to know, like, how those views have changed over the years. Like, when did the video come out?
Oh, God, 8 years ago. Years ago.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, was the bulk of that towards the start of the game? Was it focused when Plains of Eidolon came out?
I think if Catpack's existing, I'm sure maybe they could send Xeno a breakdown of the analytics for that video.
Yeah, I'd love to see that graph.
Yes. Also, they also play Monster Hunter. And I was watching on their random videos. They like Titanfall 2 and are complaining about people playing Call of Duty and going back to Call of Duty. You're right, Campax. So, and I think they're British, so we should probably have them on Xeno. Right, moving on.
Okay.
Jeremiah Levy Green With
Sorry,
the J3
what was...
Golem.
Oh, Captain... It was the Lekriel thing. Yes.
The Captain Pack. Jeremiah Levy Green. With the J3 Golem fight, I have to use the Amisha plus Velocitus to cheese it. There you go.
So cheesing is... Yeah, okay.
Chris Mahan says the George Golem doesn't take very long with the Grattler or Velocitus.
Yeah, I heard the Grattler, and I'm like... Yeah, which one's the Velocitus? Is that the...
It's on the charge shot that... No, it's the one that has like the fans on the side which open up, and it clearly should have been a sniper rifle, but it's not.
Right.
It's that one. It's a charge shot.
I'll try the Grattler.
Cool. JJ24 says a Velocitus / Grattler, corrosive crit build to make short work of George Golem. Rabido line barrel, parallax scope, haliberts, 2 corrosive mods, dual rounds, 2 more adds. Amisha is perfect for not dying. So there you go. Benjamin Smarridge says Baruch is the secret biggest tank in the game with 97.5% damage reduction. But wait, I thought he wasn't popular. Yeah, Baruch is the biggest secret in my opinion.
Yeah.
Warframes. Like, I just looked at him and went, no. And I'm like, oh, dear me.
Yeah.
Frugal, yes, we can get air conditioning in the UK that for our jokes, but it's quite expensive because we're just not set up for it, or there's not a lot of people buying it.
Yeah.
So yes, you can. Illidrian, on the topic of DE moving away from making new frames and focusing on new things to release quarterly, I would suggest Gundam frames, heavy arc wings, or more railjack types.
Yeah. Like I would freaking... I've said this before. So everyone that knows, like, I'm a huge fucking Guyver nut, right? One of the coolest parts of the Guyver series is a Guyver inside of a Guyver, right? Why can't we have...
inside of a space marine?
Exactly. Why can't we have a Warframe inside of a Warframe?
Yokai1235. I wish I could choose all of the options on DE should focus on. Sadly, I can't make that. Also, I deal with 40 to 48 degrees with no air conditioning, and you're complaining about 30 degrees, which is just worm. I'm very sorry for you, Yokai1235.
Hold on. 40 to 48 degrees.
Yeah.
How are they not
Celsius.
dead?
I don't know. I'm sure they would. Yeah. You have to explain that one, Yokai. Do let us know where you are so we can see.
Please. Like, I mean...
Oh, and finally, Joshua Minnick says the sergeant is a capture target. Posing as a boss, he is the capture target. You just kill lickety split banana smoothie.
Yep. Okay.
Right. I got through those pretty quickly. Let's move on.
Topic. Yep. Singular. Right. So the topic for... Come on.
I've got time. Don't worry. Yeah.
No. Not you. Sorry. It was like trying to get the thing to pop up. Right.
Okay.
So the topic for this week is Steel Path Hard Mode Test Cluster. Right.
Cool.
So I actually asked this of Tobiah because I thought, you know what, people are able to talk about it. Let's talk about it.
I'm noticing a lot of Reddit threads. I suppose maybe it seems to have got one thread. Might as well just go for Reddit because it is just quick replies, very easy to get. Whereas the forum can be a bit of a minefield. Sometimes.
It's whatever makes it better for Tobiah.
Of course, no. I like it. Love the game. Reddit. Reddit's cool.
The most consistent response about Steel Path testing so far is, "We'll never revisit. Not rewarding enough." From reports on it, it was like 70 to 80% of the input so far, if I recall. It is, in fact, a hard mode. Some game modes are sufficiently challenging, while... It is, in fact, a hard mode. Some game modes are sufficiently challenging, while others, like Rescue and Spy, are not, and the rewards are not worth it. Apart from the feedback they received during the the cluster, they only made a change for the cluster itself. Patch note 1: during our 1-hour impromptu stream, we saw a lot of people asking about sortie modifiers. We will be deploying a build with universal modifiers on the Steel Path missions for 2x health, sortie shield modifier, sortie armor modifier. 2x health, sortie shield modifier. I'm not entirely sure what that means.
During our 1-hour prompt, we saw a lot of people ask about sortie modifiers. We're deploying a build with the universal modifiers on the Steel Path missions of double health, sortie modifier, sortie armor modifier.
Okay. So all the nodes had double health and double health, double shield, and sortie armor.
Double health, double shield.
Right.
Double.
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand that now. That's on the Steel Path nodes, not for the sortie. Right. Okay. So the wording was a little weird for me. Hopefully, whatever they cook up specifically for the rewards, it can justify playing the hard mode because it isn't there. Then there won't be a reason to play it when it launches. Right? Hold on.
Jog on.
Hold on. So there was also a tweet by, I think their name was Ashens, also commenting on something very, very similar. And let me quickly find it because... here it is, right? Dear DE, please don't change hard mode. The essence of calling it hard mode is because it's supposed to be hard. Augmented shields, armor on top of bullet sponge enemies are fine. Just make the end result of all that time spent grinding worth it. I'm talking better rewards, not just cosmetics, but rewards that actually matters. New kinds of weapons or weapon variants that we can acquire on each hard mode star chart bosses would be an awesome addition. Yours truly, Ashens 1. Right?
No.
My quiz on this, right? My reply was, I love your steadfast stance on it, on that it should remain hard. My concern with having weapons, or to a lesser extent mods, is that in order to complete the collection, you will have to do it. I think the aim is to be entirely optional, and I'd argue weapons don't feel optional, right? There was a bit of back and forth with different people, not specifically Ashens. Do you want to say anything before I continue?
So you should have tweeted me this because I love to get on this conversation. It sounds really awesome. Yeah, no, I'm right. So they did weapons for the Kuva liches, and it became a massive thing because people were complaining because they were like, "Oh, but we want to gain access to these weapons, and so we need to gain access quicker, and you've made it harder, and liches need to be easier to do, or these other things because people want to get the weapons, right?" So if you put the weapons in, and people find hard, if they find it too hard, they'll then say, "Oh, well, I can't get these weapons, thus I can't do damage or whatever." Even though you've got a massive plethora of weapons to play with right now. So there's that. Secondly, that's a lot more development time. That is adding in what? 12 additional weapons, something like that.
Something around
11, 12 weapons. Oh,
lots.
Yeah. Or that's if they want to add in a new one for each boss. Do they have 12 weapons sitting around just to chuck into the game? Doubt it. And then what really does that add duration? You're just blitzing through it for that. They need to be adding more content. Some people are going for the road. This should be purely cosmetic. You are getting mastery. Maybe they can do a big cosmetic reward for when you finish the whole thing. Maybe like a Lisette skin, an internal Lisette skin that makes your Lisette look different or something. Something big like that. I mean, that's just an idea off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I don't want to see weapons. I don't want to see warframes because then it's like, as you say, you have to do it. And then you get a balance. You get the mix off being people say, "Oh, I can't get that." And it's like, "Oh, but it should be harder." This should, and the reward of mastery, because the important thing is people say, "Oh, well, I need that mastery to get to rank 30." Now, if rank 30 is going to be the cap, other weapons will come in later when we do get to 30, and thus none of the mastery will become essential. You'll be able to get through other sources. Now, I'm hoping it will stay at 30, and that's it. Yeah. There's no reason for it to go higher. So there'll be that. I don't want to see any other all of that, and I would like to see them put in more difficulties on top of this. And so if they're having to add in rewards for the plus 200 level, let's say plus 300 level, I'd like to see them just keep going. Just literally keep going. Let's make it get to the point where it's like plus 800 level mobs. Oh, but I'm not getting massive rewards. Who cares how much nanospores you get from it? I don't want to see any additional rewards for doing it. It should just be for the sake of doing it. That's just a challenge. And I think at the moment you get statues when you finish each planet.
You get what was it?
We did do it, and we did.
It was a
Lisette
decoration.
Yeah, there's two things.
And an emote. And the emote was basically...
Oh, yeah, you'd strike a pose.
Yeah.
And the planet was there.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see just keep doing that. Just they would, in theory, then be able to just go every 4 months, just come out with the next tier of it. And because it doesn't give a weapon or something important to do. There's no incentive to go like you have to do it, and it's like, oh, but I can't do the plus 1,000 level star chart. I have to use some cheese builder. I'm not able to do it. It's like, who cares? It's just there for fun, for challenge.
This
they can make infinite content that way. Like, seriously, I'd love to see if we get to like plus 2,000 levels, and people are like, yeah, bring it on, give us the next level, give us the next one. I think it'd be hilarious.
This is like a very consumerist mentality, right? Like, says the person with more dust collectors than the bloody sun.
Against the person who lives in a room with nothing on the wall.
Yeah, but the big thing is, like, it's important for... No, sorry, that's not the angle I want to take it. We are very much brought up with this mentality of, you have a void, like, you know, you gotta fill it, you gotta shove stuff in it, you gotta buy new stuff, you gotta continue to... I don't know if you can hear me or not. Okay, but so this mentality of, I need to fill it with more pixels, I need to get a new gun or whatever, it's like, the huge problem is, what if they bring in some weapon that is like the Xerios? What's the name of the stupid new glaive? I can't remember.
Zoris,
thank you. Sorry, my brain is half cylinders right now. The Zoris, which I only found out mere hours ago.
Me too.
Right, that it has no fall off on the combo counter
until you throw the explosive charge version.
Right. So what if you build up the combo count on your melee weapon, and then you go brute hands?
I think actually you can just push break hands to stack the combo counter.
So does the combo counter fall off?
Just whip. You can just whip on Cora, and the combo just keeps ranking up.
But does the combo fall off because of the... No. And you say that's like, the weapon itself is fairly generic, right? It's like, oh, it's a glaive, but in combination with something else, like the fact that it does not drop its combo counter because of this weird quirk, and you can use it in tandem with a Warframe that utilizes the crazy damage system that Loz pointed out to me earlier. It's like,
I agree with you. But to be honest, I was actually excited when I heard this because I thought the Zoris needed something special, because I don't like the fact you get it in a quest and you use it to three dudes and stop Protea resetting time like 3 or 4 times. That is it. Like, it's supposed to be this special cool thing. This whole event of going in the ground and void after you finish the quest, you can go in there and the Zoris is pretty useless compared to just Mesa shooting things.
That's not the point I'm making.
I know, but I was saying that I'd like to have something special. Now, but the thing goes against your thing is that I know that the Zoris has the special thing. You can still do this with any other melee weapon, but what you have to do is you have to get the melee weapon out every 20 seconds and just tap one mob with it, and then you can go back to doing the abilities for like 20 odd seconds.
Yeah.
Because you've got Naramon has that thing where it reduces the combo counter, doesn't actually disappear completely, it degrades over time.
Right.
You can have that, and then you can push mods with the combo, boost the timer up from like a few seconds up to like
body count
seconds. This body count is another one, I think.
Right. Okay.
So there's things to stack it up higher, and so you can do this with any melee weapon. The Zoris just meant that you didn't have to do some stupid thing of getting a melee weapon to go right back to the stupid stuff,
and
back to the stupid stuff. So
my point is, right, if you put pointless shit in there, right, people aren't gonna get it. If you put mediocre stuff in there, there might be an exploit that no one's bloody thought of, right?
Yeah.
And if you put top of the tier shit in, people are going to complain. Zandy's amazing list of
I need to go through this list,
the weapons that like all, and like how many of them
just want to say, if you don't know what you're talking about, if you go to Zandy Pants channel, brilliant YouTuber, really smart guy. He's done recently a tier list of every weapon not every weapon in the game, most of them, and I think some of the duplicates are missing, so you can see where weapons fall. I'm definitely going to take a piece.
I'll put it in the community shoutouts as well.
Cool. Okay, so it's a really great list. I'm definitely going to use this to learn about the game more, but Zandy again knows the game better than I will ever know. So there's definitely that. But yeah, I see your point. So you're saying that if they implement something into this game with a weapon, you have to get to this hard mode. Let's say maybe right at the end, if you finish the whole of Steel Path, you get a pistol. But this
Yeah.
pistol's really clever. And what happens is whenever you shoot your rifle, it also shoots a pistol bullet or something stupid like that, something weird. And
you
thus,
can dual
the
wield
mod,
a rifle and pistol at the same time.
Yeah. Or like or your sentinels will shoot the pistol every time you kill something with a rifle or something like that. You know, some weird mechanic. And then because of the way the game works, it's just stacking things on top of each other. It'll have some weird timey-wimey interaction with a set of mods plus your Kubro plus someone else's sentinel and this Warframe. When someone else is using this Warframe with this ability on with maximum duration, and then look, everything dies. It's just like, right, yeah. That's just stupid. Do you know why not weapon skins? Everyone loves. We don't see many weapon skins. Put weapon skins in there. People love weapon skins.
Oh no,
we haven't seen.
But this is the point. Not just cosmetics, right? And this is the thing that I'm against. If it's not superfluous, maybe put in. Sorry, if it's not game changing, people do not find it rewarding. But the problem is game changing shit. It's mandatory. Like, and people. So my point of Zandy's chart was actually look at the top tier, the A tier. Fuck, even the S tier that was on there.
There's only one on the S tier. And that's been
so many of them Kuva weapons, the Kuva Lich weapons, right?
Yep.
If people cannot gain access to these weapons, people will mew, and then it will get nerfed, right? Don't get me wrong, the Kuva Lich system did need improvements, and luckily it got it. But I don't want hard mode to become kind of hard, but really it's just the same as normal.
How about this would be very small buffs? Because do you know that the Manticore axe skin?
Yeah.
Do you know that actually has a stat effect on the weapon?
Oh.
Yeah. I only learned this because I was looking up what affects Atlas punching.
Yeah. Oh my god.
You look at it on the wiki and it's just massive. It's just to explain Atlas going punch is like it's a massive list. Manticore axe skin. Right. So the Manticore axe skin Warframe. Can I have a videos this way? Manticore Cinder Manticore skin. It actually increases the damage by 15%, but reduces the swing speed by 15%. Now, maybe 15% is a bit much. If you could have weapon skins that have small changes like that, would you be okay with that? Like a dual dagger skin, which increases the status chance by 0.2%. Numbers are to play with, but something small like that.
My concern is that no matter what it is, it will not get tested enough. Like, it's just not possible because the Rivens, like you said it before, Rivens are such a bag of cats in this scenario that you just don't know what's going to happen. And to give
Rivens, right? This is the one thing with the thing we're talking about with Azorius, and I've learned by watching Brozine's video. Brozine explained it. I didn't realize you can actually get combo duration on a Riven.
Yeah.
Why is that on a Riven?
Yeah.
Riven should literally just give you damage, crit, status stuff. And then for rifles and pistols, it probably should have just been like clip size and reload speed.
Oh, no.
I think that should have been it.
One of the things that I laugh about is projectile flight speed.
Yeah, that's on there.
Yeah.
Like, it shouldn't be doing... I think that does some ridiculously stupid things when it's at massively plus and massively minus.
No, but it just means that you're able to just get, like, shit tons more accurate. You can fucking, like, 100% the shit out of a Toncore round and just like, oh, look, you got more... So, yeah.
Rivens, and also the other thing with Rivens is they should have been fixed to 3 pluses and a negative. They should have been fixed. You should not have been able to get 3 positives, no negative. I don't know why. See that because that would have meant they would have trade off, and it meant that, and that's why I also reduced the stats they have to just literally damage, status, crit, and maybe the ammo things, or for example, rifles. That it then becomes that your negative is probably going to be something important, and you can't get these god roll Rivens. That they're a trade off, and that I thought it was going to be. As soon as I realized that you can get a 3 Riven perfect god roll, I was like, what is the point of this?
A part of me feels that everything you have just said, plus allow people to do the Diablo 3 picking a stat to reroll, because that way, yes, people can get the god tier ribbon, but then you know what people are fucking running with. When people are running a god tier ribbon, then you know it can't get any fucking better, right? You have gone right. This is the bar. Fucking because right now the bar is kind of too all over the place because people can't guarantee the god ribbon, right? And I can appreciate, I can appreciate that DE don't want that to happen. But right now, too many people have it. Too few people do. Right? Too few people have it. Too many people don't. Sorry, that's what I was trying to say. And it's just fucking everything up, right?
Well, here's where the conspiracy theories come in. If you want those,
go on.
Well. So in theory, the sad thing is, DE, because for instance, the UK Parliament are actually. Do you know about the House of Lords in the UK, for instance?
They've just required an immediate.
They say we should have immediate regulation on loot boxes and put them into gambling. Now, obviously, this won't completely. They're not saying to kill loot boxes. They're saying they need to be instantly cancelled as gambling, which may have an effect. But still, I think DE have clocked on to what should be the next game system. If you can't do loot boxes, what can you do? Well, you give someone an item they can re-roll, and they can then sell within the game for in-game currency. There's no loot box. But you know what you're getting. You're getting a ribbon. You still have your ribbon before and afterwards. You're just playing with stats. Yeah. You still have the ribbon before and afterwards. And yet it can acquire value based on RNG. And then I've seen some people saying that, well, DE wants to keep the ribbon mafia happy and it makes people buy platinum to buy these God roll ribbons. I don't know if that's true. I personally don't believe that could be true, but I'm just putting out what conspiracy people say.
I cannot believe at any point in time.
These ribbons can go for thousands of platinum.
No, I get that. Don't get me wrong. I'm well aware of that. Like, I've seen some ribbons for... what were the weapons that I did review? There was the Exegesis, I think the Plinks. Oh, no, it was the Exegesis. Like, I saw them there for like 20k. I'm like, fuck off!
Well, at the moment, it's things like the Pangolin Sword, I think. Is it Pangolin Sword? Because it's got a disposition of like 5.
Top. Yeah.
Yeah.
And because it affects Warframe and so on and so forth, it's just like...
Yeah, because that means the stats are very high because the disposition and all these abilities are affected off of that, so that the ribbon stats are big, so that means the combo duration...
So the whole point is, I do not feel in any capacity it is a good idea to put in game-changing shit into hard mode, because we've already just covered like a plethora of insane variation that can change, firing a pea shooter to firing the Mega Smasher and or the Giga Smasher, and
Guyver references for anyone who wants to know.
Yeah, sorry. And it's just like, why do you want to cause chaos? Yes, I get that you want to feel rewarded for doing the hard shit, but isn't self-gratification a thing anymore? Can't you feel proud? Like, I am proud that I have completed hard mode. Like, no?
I think there's some people who, I think everyone will get some level of enjoyment out of that, but at the same time, they want a carrot dangling there at the same time. Like, the nebulous carrot of finishing the journey isn't good enough. Like, there's a mountain. No, the nebulous joke, like, you put a mountain in front of them and say, climb the mountain. Now, some people will just be happy to climb the mountain. Yeah. And be like, look, I've climbed that mountain. Yeah, that's so good. I put my flag on top of it. Other people will say, well, when I get stopped the mountain, will there be a cache of gold?
Yeah.
And that's what some people want to have, and that's the problem. They'll still get a small satisfaction of getting the mountain, but they'll also go, right, where's my reward for doing that? And the challenge itself, or the journey itself, isn't the big enough reward for them.
I genuinely wonder, like, how much of what we're saying here is being... what kind of effect it's having on our audience? Like, how many people are like listening and saying, like, yeah, no, I agree with what they're saying, and I didn't originally. I am.
Well, those people who are listening to this point, please let me know, because I haven't said this in a long while. But before recording every episode, I don't think I have anyway. Before every recording episode, we don't start until I've finished reading every comment that is in the previous YouTube video. So we can't reply to every single comment, but we do. I will read them at the very least, and any points that I think is prominent we will bring up. So do please let us know what your view is on this sort of thing, and at least we'll have a look at it. Your words do not just go into the void; they are always read. Always. So do believe I read them. Even the very long ones, I read them all.
Right, should we go to the replies?
Yep. I think we've made our point pretty clear. Yeah. Right, replies. For a breath of fresh air on this space, so many people seem to having negative reactions to it. I think the mode is fine. It could still use some tweaking, but a lot of people are missing the point here. And it's that the rewards are there. The decos for I think it's for your orbiter. Will half the nodes be dead? Absolutely. But they are now 2. No one needs to run Spy or the shitty survival or whatever other endless mode tiles there are. You're just progressing through those to get to 100%, just like you do the first time you complete the star chart. So I think that's exactly right. Now, especially for this game mode, yes, there's no reason to worry about dead nodes in this at all, because people have to finish the star chart first time to even get a look at this, right? Yeah. And then if you want to do it, you can do it solo. If you want to work for team, you can get people to help you. But there's no, as you were saying about weapons, to go for it. There'll be no impetus to say, oh, well, I need to do it. I see you're using a Kuva Nukor in this footage now that I can actually see it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Did you enjoy your Kuva Nukor? Is that
I love my Kuva
leveled up? There you go.
No, because I need to get my... So I've got a Kuva Nukor Riven. So for everyone's benefit, little story time. During the test cluster...
You're on the clock.
I had... what's it called, a Riven for my Kuva Nukor, and I needed to get it so it's status chance because I needed to do viral status procs, blah 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 blah. You know, right now I'm munching everything. In hard mode, it was doing fuck all, right? Absolutely bog all. And I dumped, like, I don't know how much of the Kuva that copied over to test into this Riven mod to make it, yeah, so... Fucking Kuva weapons, jeez.
It's all about the Kuva weapons. Yeah. But my point was, if I took that Kuva Nukor and put it at the end of Steel Path, would you feel happy? Would that be something for you to work towards, or would you be like, oh, now I have to do it?
See, my problem is not that attitude. I will never have that attitude, right? My attitude will always be, I'm enjoying doing this because it is a milestone, something to do. I did not enjoy arbitrations because it felt like being rewarded for the wrong reasons, right? I enjoyed ESO because it was just about going in and fucking doing ESO. But the problem I have is that so many people will see, I need this super duper Kuva Nukor, and I can't get it because it's too hard, and then they lower the standard. They bring the goal closer. They make the gold wider, that so on, to make it an easier time to get the super duper Kuva Nukor. That's the thing I really don't want to have happen.
Okay, moving on. From what I've heard and seen, I'm quite optimistic. They definitely need to improve the end of mission rewards, even if all it is 10 times endo, no credits, rarer mods instead of the trash ones, and refined relics. Other than that, and Arkwing/Vehek, it seems to be relatively challenging according to reviews. Yeah, Arkwing just needs a massive balance pass on it. I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking focus and endo could definitely be, focus points and endo could be a fair enough upgrade. That would make me happy. This is a better place to farm focus, endo, maybe Kuva. Yeah, that's fine.
How do I feel about this?
Mods. I'm not sure on mods. Maybe you could make the rare mods have double chance of the rare
already
mods.
Have.
There we go then.
So they have this. So on the right hand side, you can see the modifiers, and it's like double mod drop chance and double something else. I think it's like resource drop chance or something like that.
Oh wow.
It's just permanent on there, and
that sounds cool to me. I'll do it more then, just for that.
I'm a little concerned about endo and focus, only because people go like, "Oh, but this is the farm. This is where it's too hard. I don't, or too many people will just 5-and out on hard mode, and it's just like,
wow, people will have to take time to understand and find the new farm caves. Whoop-de-doo, just ridiculous. Right, moving on. When I heard they initially weren't going to touch the drop tables, kind of felt like it wouldn't be worthwhile, except for the first time round for Mastery Rank Orbiter decos. Then apart from those who would want to jump straight to those levels, most people wouldn't bother, and would just drop down to a handful of missions for a specific thing. But I think you've addressed that there's going to be mod chance and something
Yeah.
else. That's kind of cool.
I think a resource drop house.
With the initial info about Steel Path, I thought it would just be New Game Mode Plus, and everyone would simply migrate up for better drops and stay there. But with sorting modifiers they added later, I'm not so sure anymore. A player in the top percentile of power still won't be even the slightest bit inconvenience, but it sounds like too much for anyone else to bother.
I disagree with that notion. I really do.
I think you like. I consider myself quite casual, just to go at things with the same set of mods all the time. I'm finally going to have to engage more with the game to do better in there. I think people will also step up.
I mean, I don't know if I'm being obstinate and antagonistic by saying this.
Of course you are.
Cool. But like, to me, I play Warframe because I enjoy playing Warframe, right? I enjoy the movement system. How many times have I played another game and I've like, oh no, I can't bullet jump. Shit. You know, we did it on fucking Destiny 2 last weekend.
I do it on everything.
Yeah,
everything.
like I love the movement system. I love the shooting system. I love like so many of the core elements to Warframe. I just enjoy playing it, and I could just play it with friends, right? I couldn't necessarily just play it on my own, mostly because I just enjoy chatting to people at the same time. But that's the same with World of Warcraft. That's the same of Quake 3 Arena. That's the same. Like, there's so many games I'll just play for the fun of playing it. But a lot of gamers these days, they need the, you know, the tick box exercise of, I have achieved this. Like, what happened to going out to play football just to play football? Like, when did that suddenly change? Did that point make sense? The point of why
I was with you up until the balls of the feet.
Okay, so why aren't you going out to do some sports with friends? Like, God, why aren't you just playing for fun? Right? Why?
I'll swap for playing for like going out to a meal, and it's like, right, you went out Fernando's last week or McDonald's, you had a meal, and the next week you went out for the same meal, and it's like, where's my toy? I bought the same meal last week, and now I want a toy and an extra burger.
Yeah, like, congratulations, you have successfully spent money doing the same thing you did last weekend. You know, it's up to you. Either you didn't enjoy it, or just go fucking do something else. Like, we go to Nando's only because we love it. You know?
Cool.
You don't get it for the toy.
That's it for the replies. Let us move on.
Cool. Sorry for the... Yeah.
Well, I think we both agree that. I think we're looking forward to this game mode. It's obviously going to get a little bit of work. There are some additional rewards for doing it, as you say, like the mod and maybe Endo or Focus, whatever's going on. Is the percentage chance increase. There's that. There's the decorations to do. And the other thing I want to say is, I think people are... This is the thing people don't seem to get, is that I think D said somewhere, this isn't supposed to be the end game. This is another thing. I remember in the dev stream they were talking about like 2 levels up. So this is just a test. If this all's good, we'll get the plus 200 version. And if you're like, oh, but this one has to give me all these frames and rewards, like the next one then has to do the same, and the next one has to do the same. And it's like, no, if you let it be cosmetics, you let it be thing. In theory, this could be evergreen content where they just keep ramping up that numbers to see how people go, and we can have like 10 levels of it. And it'd be like really cool, you know. But if you demand these crazy rewards and new weapons and all this damn stuff, that's it. Because we'll never get Steel Path level 2 because they won't. They'll have to keep stacking the rewards higher and higher and higher and higher.
Like I've got a really weird thing in my head. Let's move on before I let it out loud. So let's get into the memes.
Hell, they could even do like seasons for the star chart.
Yeah,
like a season. They could be like, you do Steel Path 1, 2, 3, and then there's the season, which is evergreen, and it's like, right now you got 4 months to do the star chart, and in this star chart it is plus 500, low gravity the whole star chart, health counter down, you know, and it just, you know, like nightmare mechanics for the whole star chart as a special reward if you finish the star chart. If you don't get it, what do? You just miss out on a cosmetic.
Cool.
Evergreen content. There we go. Right, moving on though. Memes.
Meme. Yep.
Let us look onto some memes. Okay, one. Oh, it's so cool. It's so cool. Right. Meme number 1. Every time going into a bounty. Leeches. So anyway, I started fishing.
Hold on. Sorry, but I need... Oh, God. Can you link these in the doc? Because I don't have
Oh.
Discord. Sorry.
Oh, you do not have the thing. Hang on.
For everyone else's benefit, it's like really small and tiny now. I can't really see it on the window.
No.
Yeah.
There you go.
These aren't links.
Ugh.
It's fine. I'll deal with it, Loz.
No, it's fine. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, what have you done? What have you done?
I didn't do anything. You broke it. Why did you hit backspace?
Not hit backspace.
I did hit backspace. Right, okay.
There you go. There are links.
Okay.
Now you got links.
I got links.
Now look at the first one on the left.
I've linked it.
There you go. All of the links. Anyway, the first one.
What's the original?
I started shooting. it's Danny DeVito, and it's like, we've had this before as a meme, but it's for Mesa. So anyway, I started shooting.
Oh, God,
He's got like 2 pistols in his hands. So anyway, it's like this. Like every time you go into a bounty, and then leeches come in with you to do the planes, and they just start fishing.
Right.
So they just start fishing. See?
Okay.
That's very good. Very highly up that one. Right.
Yeah, very good.
Oh, no, actually, it was not very much. But okay. Meme number 2. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say, all of these memes come from the Meme Frame subreddit. Do search for them. A lot of people do a lot of good work on it. There'll be links in the description to these memes. But if you ever want to find a joke in the middle of the day, go there and go new, and you'll find some amazing new memes that'll brighten up your day. Right, meme number 2.
What?
It hasn't updated on the picture.
Oh, shit, sorry. Thank you.
This is actually true.
Yeah.
This is actually, I can actually catch you on that now. It's great. Yeah. Sony is reportedly considering bidding for Warframe and Gears Tactics parent.
What's Gears Tactics?
Wait, what? Gears Tactics is a game, isn't it? Gears Tactics? Is it Gears? Yeah, it's like XCOM Gears.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think. Or is it like Diablo Gears? I can't tell. It's one or the other, top down. But anyway, yeah.
What the?
There you go. This is actually true.
Considering bidding.
Yep, they're considering bidding for the company, which is the holding company, which because Muso Entertainment or whatever it was, or Muso Holdings bought a company or had a company, which then put some money into Warframe, and Sony's considering buying that because they'll gain access to loads of games that they'll be under the Sony brand. So yeah, this is actually a true thing. It's like, wait, what? There we go. It's a meme, but there we go.
Wow.
Meme number 3.
I have to press many.
I'll read this one out for you.
No, I need to.
Screw you, rescue target. I need a weapon. You ungrateful little shit. I just rescued you, and that's the tone you're going to give me? I should have left you in that jail cell for being stupid enough to get caught. I have no idea why the Lotus wanted me to save you, since you're basically a liability now, and by all means, I should have let them keep you and let you rot in that jail cell. And you have the nerve to ask me for my precious equipment so you can dilly-dally on the way to extraction? Why? So you can lose it? Fuck you.
What the hell?
I thought, wow. So true.
Oh. Is 1.5k a lot of upvotes?
For the Meme Frame subreddit, I think that's the top one of the week. I basically sort by top for the week. Is this the top one? This was the... wait, what? This should be the top one. Or it was the top... The top one at the moment has 2.1k, for instance.
Right, okay. So it's still a lot. Still a lot, okay.
Oh, it had 1.5. Yeah, it was like the 5th one up, yeah.
Right. Okay,
let me
number 4.
Close that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, you'll love this one. All right, here we go. Yeah, here's one with more upvotes.
Yeah.
Teshin, that's cheating! You don't know what to do with it. Yes, I do. I command you to give me all of the Conclave rewards!
I think we've had this one before.
I've never seen it before.
No, I swear we've had this before, like long time ago.
I saw this and was like, wow. No, I've never seen this one before.
Wow, okay. Okay, maybe I've
lovely
just seen it on
artwork,
Twitter.
though.
Yeah.
Maybe you've seen it on Twitter, yeah, I can imagine that.
Is this who's the artist?
Steel Peach? Steel Peach.
Right, okay.
Peach.
Right.
Right, that was number 4. Number 5.
I've lost the document. Yeah, hold on. Number 5. Okay.
Yes, Dad. Are you winning, son? Seems to be a meme at the moment. So it's like, are you winning, son? And then you've got the back, and then you've got Neff. And you got Tenno 246, and you've got 15.
So he commits suicide?
Well, Anyo Corp never wins.
No, but like, it's pretty fucking grim, dark.
I love the first reply. Anyo Corp is on the comeback. Tenno 298. Anyo 4. Plus 1 point. Anyo Corp is working its way out of debt.
Oh my god. Okay, number 6.
And the 6. Goodbye, little one. Is it time to go? Was I a good stat stick? No. I was told you were the best.
Oh my god.
No more Zoris. Nerf is apparently coming with the Steel Path, apparently, so there we are.
Oh my god, am I logged in? I am logged in. I'm recording that.
I still think the Zoris should do something special. It was so like, quick, we've got to get this stuff, and you just free some dudes with it, and then it's like, right, that's it.
I don't think that what's the name of that thing? Warframe ability should be tied to fucking weapons.
Right, but that's it for the memes. Let's go for the community shoutouts of the week.
Right. Okay. I know how to do this. Right. So on the doc, just skip number 1 because that's where Zandy's thing is gonna go. Right. So number 1.
So the first one.
First one.
I get you. I get you.
Right. Is Mesa Prime by Rittens. And yeah, I freaking hell, I love this. This is incredible. This is I'm not entirely sure I understand the description in the body of the tweet, but actually no, I just don't.
Wildflowers and Luke.
Yeah, I don't get that at all. But honestly,
Luke looks so soft and serene amongst the wildflowers. I love him and your work very much. Luke is very pretty. Is this what he sees in the rift? Who is Luke?
I don't know. Who is Luke? But that looks like I'm pretty sure that's Mesa Prime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really awesome. But who is Luke? Someone explain who Luke is. Right.
Number 2. I rejiggered the doc, so number 2. Woo no. Cancel.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
This is Loki Prime by Coalus.
Oh, is that done on canvas?
I think it is. That looks like it's done on canvas.
My word.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure
Just ignore that one. That's really nice. Yeah.
Then number 3 is Giant Kubro by Joriel Ming. Joriel Ming has done like a lot of sort of chibi-fied Warframe art, comic-based sort of stuff, like 4-panel kind of things, where they're wearing like schoolgirl outfits and stuff like this. And this one is the idea is that they're getting like, they've got this giant Kubro sleeping with them kind of thing.
Oh, wait. So those aren't plushies. Those are the actual size of the Warframes.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's the style. That's why I'm.
That's huge. That is a huge Kubro.
Yeah.
I have a whole 13 platinum in my account, and I'm willing to give you all of it if you tell me how to get a giant dog. At Moi Toy. Don't miss the unique offer. It's your little Santa helper too. Oh wow! Because I thought those are like plushy toys that the Kubro had, but that's supposed to be a really huge dog. Wow. Okay. Cool.
Then that's 4. Sorry, 3. Right. So number 4 is this Grenier Moa by Durin Art. I think it's supposed to be Durin Art.
Do you know the other thing I love above along with pixel art?
Well, this kind of like pen sketchy sort of
no
stuff.
mechs. It's like cool mechs like this. Love mechs. And like this. Oh man, that just looks so cool. I love art. This is the other thing I'd love to be able to draw is mechs.
Yeah.
Because I just love the detailing in it. This reminds me of like old 90s anime, the extra detail level.
Yeah.
And it's just
where it's still like drawn on cells and
and not just drawn on cells, like, but they're also trying to fit like as much freaking detail in as they can of every mechanical gear, every nut, every bolt, every cool sci-fi section. Like, come on, Pat labor. Come on, man. You know what I mean?
Did you ever see Dominion? Oh wait, Dominion Tank Police. Like the amount of detail that they went into. Also, the original Appleseed. Again, the amount of detail that they went into with that. With the I don't think it's 90s. I think that's late 80s.
Late 80s, yeah, I think you're right. It was late 80s, yeah. Obviously, though, it takes forever to get to here.
Yes,
so that's why I had in the I think Dominion. Yeah, that's the kind of same thing of it. Yeah.
So there's actually a more modern one which was done really not entirely like this. It was still digital drawn. It's called MDRLOz, and it's a boxing one, but they drew it at 540p, so like sort of like standard TV resolution. But then they blew it up to 1080p to give it this sort of like sketchy effect kind of thing. It came out really, really well. I was actually really impressed. I'm pretty sure it's MDRLOz.
Yeah.
So you should totally check it
That
out.
looks cool. Yeah.
Right.
But still, I go back to this picture after checking this out, and so I'm like, finish that picture. I want to see that picture colored. It just, sorry, I just have a soft spot for these things.
Right. The 5th community shout out is Warframe Overlords by Jeanette.
Royal Prat. Okay. My hashtag Warframe clan with Baruch as the leader and Gara and Mag as the overlords. I accidentally deleted my most popular tweet. Amazing. Play Warframe. Hashtag Warframe art. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Love the classic. No, it's not a classic, is it? It's the Maghead, different Maghead. That's cool.
You can't have the Mag Prime head. Yeah.
I love the. Yeah. Come on. What were they thinking?
Fine.
So they should do an alternative helmet for that. They should do alternative all times, and then give me my freaking Sky from house. Anyway, Gara looks amazing, and then thinking I can't wait till we either get Baruch Prime or the premium Baruch skin, because I'd love to get into Baruch even after he's probably going to get nerfed from his whatever Zoris thing, but still, yeah. Anyway, that's awesome. Right. And the last one,
the last community shout out is 44 Small Tenno by Gamley.
44 Small Tenno, but they are one.
Yeah. So, like,
gotta love me some chibis.
I love this level of art. I really, really do. But like, there's always a small problem when it comes to I'm displaying all the Warframes. It only lasts for like 4 months because another Warframe comes out.
Oh, well, these are like just frozen in time.
I know. Like so I bought a t-shirt.
Like someone who does sort of like a small 30-second video that doesn't age very well from years ago and fails to do an update version, even though people keep asking for one.
Do people
you
still
should just
ask
give
for
up
one?
with? Oh, hells yeah, there's still comments about updating that bloody video. And instead of coming up with your own crazy ideas, you should just give in to the mob and just do what they want.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Right.
I still love it. And I also love the Lotus at the bottom, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Right. So that's it for the community shout-outs.
Cool. Let's finish with your quote for the week, Xeno.
Right. Okay. So, considering I actually fucked up the timings on this, I should have probably spent some more time on the quote, but let's see what happens. Dear Dr. Heck, on the night I go to Tau, you will be betrayed by the Queens. Please take whatever precautions are necessary to prevent this terrible disaster. Your friend, Hayden.
It's not Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, is it?
Nope.
Old or new?
Old.
Genre?
Comedy.
Oh, it's a comedy.
Yeah. Sorry, I
okay, comedy setting. What is it? Sci-fi or is it real world? Is it in the past?
Past.
So it's set in the past. It's a comedy. Are we talking technological or like medieval?
Oh no! It's just not that far in the past.
Right. Okay. And is it set in the real world, the past?
Yeah.
It's an old film.
Yeah.
Before 2000.
Yeah.
It's comedy.
Let me get you the other, like, I'm sure there's going to be more genres to it. Right. Adventure. Do not play that. Do not play that. Right. It's why stop playing that. You got a play button. Stop playing it. Oh my lord. IMDb, stop betraying me. You're betraying me. I've been betrayed. Right. Adventure, comedy, sci-fi. If you have not seen
sci-fi, so it's sci-fi.
Yes, these are the genres. I couldn't easily pick it out. It's definitely comedy. It's got loads of comedy in it. I totally say it's adventure. It's not got as much sci-fi as something like Star Trek or Star Wars. Right.
It's got sci-fi elements. Like Close Encounters. No, it's a comedy. So is it a comedy with aliens in it or something?
Nope.
Can you explain what the sci-fi element is?
It would be a dead giveaway if I did.
okay. I don't think it would be.
Oh, trust me, it really would.
So can I have the quote again? Someone's being murdered or something.
Dear
That's
Dr. Heck, on the night I go to Tau, you will be betrayed by the Queens. Please take whatever precautions are necessary to prevent this terrible disaster. Your friend, Hayden.
Someone's going to get betrayed and somebody's warning them of it. Comedy.
You were right with the whole being killed thing. That's the original.
Oh, okay. Oh, so let's go to Tau. It's I'll be dead or something.
No. When I go to Tau, you will be dead.
Oh, okay. I give up. I can't think.
Think of the phrasing of that. When I go to Tau, you will be killed.
I can't. See, the thing is, I can't think of it from a comedy angle. I'm thinking it from serious, and I just can't. I can't. No, can't.
Back to the Future.
Do you know? I've never really seen them. I've seen bits and pieces of them. I've never sat down and properly watched them. I've seen all three of them, but like in speckled little bits. I've never really sat and watched the whole thing. Yeah.
Oh, Back to the Future is like one of my favorite.
Yeah,
series.
I can understand what you mean. Like you were thinking, like because then it'd be the time and knowing about it. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I've never really seen it. Yeah, I was thinking more like somebody going on a journey, like Sherlock Holmes or something. I was like,
so
when you read the Sherlock Holmes, they will
so
come
basically
and kill you.
What happens is, what you call it? Because
no, I know where it is. Yeah, I think I know where it is.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right.
I understand what's going on, but I don't think I've ever sat down and just solidly watched the films. You know, I've seen like the whole thing, but.
Cool. Well, that's it for this week. Thank you very much for listening to this 1 hour and 30 minutes, episode of Tenno Clock. It is currently 2:22 in the morning. I need to go to bed. So, you're gonna do some washing.
Might do. Might go to sleep first and get up early. I don't know, but I never get up early these days, so who knows?
Oh God, yeah. Tell me.
But anyway, that's it for the
for 10
episode.
o'clock, and we will see.
Hopefully, we've got some Steel Pasture come out soon. We can talk about that next week.
Oh yeah, and 350s next week.
Tenno. Oh God, is it 350? God, no, where did that come from? TennoCon soon as well. Yeah, that's good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah. Oh, there's an I can see when the end card starts now. I've never seen the end card.
Have you?
Look at that.
You've never
Look
watched.
at all these Patreon people. Those are pretty cool people there. Look at all these cool names. I know some of these.
I would read some of these out, but like it's really zoomed in. I can't read
I can see some. I can see a Tobiah. I can see a Zerugal on there. What are the other ones? Do they give you more money?
Yeah.
Those are nicer people. Like that's how we determine niceness. They are the niceness.
Oh my God! Don't do that.